Now, if you're not afraid of something a little out of the ordinary,
vampires, werewolves, ghouls, ghosts, mummies that come back to life after 3,000 years, the magic moments of terror.
Look, Skellycat, if I have to wear this headpiece, you have to wear the tailpiece.
Meow.
Why? It's for my Thanksgiving special. Look at my set. I've got it all decorated. Oh, hey, greetings, fleshies, and welcome to Sally the Zombie Cheerleader's School of Horror, or how the incredibly strange Thanksgiving holiday that stopped gobbling and became a Sally the Zombie Cheerleader special. That's right. It's time for tons of turkey treats, family football frolics, scores of surly shoppers, pounds of pumpkin pie, and bunches of bulging bellies. Prepare for another Sally Thanksgiving special.
Yay!
All right. Settle down, class, settle down. And since Thanksgiving is full of strange traditions and events, I decided to match this strange holiday with an even stranger film. But before we take a deep dive into a plethora of psychedelic prancing, absurd acid-wash zombies and hypnotized hitmen... Okay, I'll stop there. Before we get lost in the capers of crazy carny criminals... Fine. Let's discuss today's class objectives. So grab your seats, fleshies and fiends, sharpen that number 2 pencil, and start taking notes.
I'm in disguise. Send more paramedics.
Okay, what will the fleshies and monsters know by the end of class that they didn't know or didn't want to know before tuning in to Sally's show? Understand why the incredibly strange creatures who stopped living and became mixed up zombies is so strange.
Over here, dear.
Well, the title kind of says it all. Anyway, explain the difference between acid-washed zombies, hypno-zombies, and traditionally made zombies.
Out of the ruined place, and as the morning mists had risen long ago when I left the forge, so the evening mists were rising now, and in all the broad expanse of tranquil light they showed to me.
Stop that! Because fleshies can't leave a good thing alone! Understand the importance of a good dance number, or a pseudo-choreographed dance routine. Identify and explain the strange Thanksgiving traditions, foods, and events. And I mean strange.
Come on! Grab a man! Throw it!
Explain why the Hypno Hitman is killing random nightclub fleshies. Well, someone has to, I guess. Oh, and for materials, well, you just need me, Sally. And pay attention! There will be a test at the end of class. And the class assignment? Well, we'll get to that soon. But first, a few Sally fun film facts about the incredibly strange creatures who stopped living and became mixed up zombies. All right. We have a full class today, so I'll try to keep some of this brief. Now, the original title was The Incredibly Strange Creature, or Why I Stopped Living and Became a Mixed Up Zombie. Well, but Columbia Pictures threatened to sue writer-director star Ray Dennis Steckler for, $5 million, saying the title was too similar to an upcoming film, Dr. Strangelove or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. Well, Steckler, amazed that Columbia would feel threatened by a $38,000 movie, phoned the studio to try to straighten things out. Well, he had no luck until Ray finally talked to Stanley Kubrick. When Steckler suggested a new title, Kubrick accepted, dropping the matter. Now we have this incredibly strange film.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
Stop that! That's not even the film! Anyway, the cinematography camera operation was done by 3 men who would go on to become A-list directors of cinematography. Joseph V. Maselli, Vilmos Zsigmond, listed as William Zsigmond, and he would later go on to win an Academy Award for his work on Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and Laszlo Kovacs, listed as Leslie Kovacs. And if you don't know who they are, here are a few films associated with their work.
They catch the ghost that won't stay dead.
Great. That's it. It makes my day.
And how did Ray Dennis Steckler get these guys? Well, all 3 were just starting a career in cinematography. In fact, Zsigmond considers his work on the incredibly strange film his big break. The $38,000 budget was the highest cost of any Ray Dennis Steckler feature. Well, that explains the swinging special effects. Theater employees and Ray Dennis Steckler, while at some of the screenings, wore monster masks and dressed as rampaging zombies. They would run through the theaters scaring fleshies. I think they played this gimmick up until the late 60s. Well, it's a shame they didn't use real zombies. All of the musical numbers were filmed in one day, probably because of the $38,000 budget. Studio filming was done in an abandoned Masonic temple in Glendale, California, once owned by Rock Hudson. Brett O'Hara, who plays Madame Estrella, was Susan Hayward's usual stand-in. I wonder who her unusual stand-in was. Neil Stillman was a mailman for the business where the sets were built. One day, as he delivered mail during filming, Ray Dennis Steckler asked him to play the barker.
Ladies and gentlemen, step right up. Hurry, hurry, hurry. See this spectacular shooting show and death display.
Stop that! Really? Ugh. Filmmaker Ray Dennis Steckler re-released this film several times with different titles, such as The Incredibly Mixed Up Zombie, Diabolical Dr. Voodoo, and The Teenage Psycho Meets Bloody Mary. Why? Well, typically grindhouse movies reran the same low-budget films until attendance dropped. And instead of buying a new film or license, they just changed the title of the same old film. The movie was filmed in Bloody Vision and hallucinogenic Hypnovision. The latter is merely a spinning black wheel with a white spiral that appears when Madame Estrella hypnotizes her victims. There's an unconfirmed rumor that a very young James Woods was an extra in this film. Sometimes I wonder why I bother. This film was touted as the first monster musical, beating out the horror of Party Beach, released in 1964, by a month. Hey, do we get a dancing monster in this film?
While teenagers prepare for a secluded slumber party, terror strikes from the bottom of the sea.
Alright, our class assignment is to watch the 1964 classic, The Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed Up Zombies. But before we start, let's go over a few vocabulary words and movie goofs. So, vocabulary words. Big bad villain, Estrella the fortune teller who uses her evil powers to make zombies. Hypno-zombie, what Jerry becomes after Estrella puts him into a post-hypnotic state to do her murderous stabby strangle bidding. Comedian, what the fleshy in the nightclub aspires to be but fails miserably. Black cat, what the drunkard dancer Marge Nelson sees in her dressing room, seemingly setting off the movie's events.
Meow, 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 meow.
Go take a nap. Jeez. Acid wash, What is splashed onto the victims of Estrella, turning them into disfigured zombies? Well, except for Jerry, who is physically and mentally okay, except for a bit of scarring. Disney acid dream, Jerry's dream sequence. Wrong acid trip. Femme fatale, Carmelita, the exotic dancer. She tries to lure Jerry to be hypnotized. Igor Wannabe, the character Ortega. Well, his Hatton-esque facial disfiguration may be one of Estrella's earliest acid-washed zombies. Stop that! Ham, Estrella as she delivers much of her dialogue with more relish than a New York hot dog cart and with a bug-eyed expression that would put Marty Feldman to shame.
No, it's pronounced Igor.
Mega title. The Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed Up Zombies was also known as the second largest titled horror film at the time of its release in 1964. Well, what's the longest?
Night of the day, of the dawn, of the sun, of the bride, of the return, of the revenge, of the attack, of the terror, of the evil, mutant, hellbound, alien, flesh-eating, zombified, subhumanoid living dead. Part 2, in shocking 2D.
Okay, the last one I didn't feel like saying because the title was so long. That was released in 1991 and is currently the longest titled horror film. Yeah, I wonder if that movie's on public domain. Anyway.
You realize that fluoridation is the most monstrously conceived and dangerous communist plot we have ever had to face?
Hey, maybe that's why Kubrick was so annoyed in 1964. He just wanted the longest title award.
Oh, brother.
Oh my. Zombie apocalypse. Attempted, but it's hard when you only have 4 zombies that are killed so quickly and easily. More on that later. Alright, class, settle down, settle down. You have your vocabulary words. Now it's time for movie goofs. Okay, movie goofs. This is the part where you should take notes, so pay attention! The big hole on Madame Estrella's face keeps moving. Sometimes it's right next to her lip. Other times it's below it. Other times it's an inch or 2 above it. And sometimes, I don't know, I'll point that out later. The climax of the movie begins at night, then immediately switches to broad daylight. I don't know. Alright. You have your vocabulary words and movie goofs checked off. Now your assignment is to watch the 1964 classic, The Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed Up Zombies. Do you want to see a strange, schizophrenic mess unfold before your bewildered eyes? Well, look no further than Ray Dennis Steckler's Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed Up Zombies. Yes, Skelly Cat, that was a mouthful. And so much more. Anyway, this cult classic is known for its lengthy title, outrageous poster, and everything else in between. And the plot? Oh, what's that? A plot or storyline, it's a mysterious mistress in the world of Ray Dennis Steckler's films. So I'm sure some of my fleshy students are wondering, what's going on in this film? What is this plotless, and I mean plotless film? Well, I would love to know too. If someone has a clue, please let Sally know. Anyway, in the opening sequence, we have a gripping scene of Madame Estrella and her monstrously deformed hunchback servant dumping acid onto the face of a nasty drunk who spurns Estrella's advances. Cut to a few dance scenes, and it all goes strange from there. And all this crazy chaos makes the Incredibly Strange film the first incredibly strange, acid-splashing, hypnotizing, zombie carny monster musical! Oh, and if you think this film is too absurd to describe, its sequel, One More Time, released in 2008 by Ray Dennis Steckler, well, it's even more ridiculous. So I've decided to show the lesser of the two psycho-absurdities. You're welcome. All right, settle down, class, settle down. Let's go to the Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed Up Zombies. I'll see you in the next break.
hallway.
You shouldn't have done that.
I told you to keep your filthy hands off of me. Hey, you know, one for that sister of yours, Carmelita, I never would come around this dump. You couldn't buy enough booze to make me go for you. Why don't you try some of those sideshow freaks?
You dirty, filthy pig. So I belong with the freaks, huh? I'll fix you so even the freaks will not look at you. Ortega! Ortega! Take him and make him like my other little pets. You pig! I'll make you laugh. No, I think I'll look at him.
What's wrong?
That cat! Get it out of here!
All right, but why get all shook up about a cat?
I can't stand them. Every time I get near one, something strange happens to me.
Why don't you lay off that stuff?
Why don't you lay off the father routine?
Look, honey, I'm just trying to give you a friendly bit of advice. Those mistakes in your routine last night almost cost you your job.
Okay. Okay, I'll give it a try. Just for you.
Look, I'd rather you did this just for yourself.
Maybe so. Maybe not.
I think it's about time we left, Harold. What do you think?
I don't know, Jerry. What do you think?
Well, if we're late, you know, Angie's just liable to blow her top.
Yeah. And her mother wouldn't like that, would she?
Her mother doesn't like anything. Especially me.
Well, if you get a job or something, she might change her mind, you know?
Job? Be a little discreet about that, will you, Harold? Somebody's liable to hear you.
Well, you gotta do something, you know?
Why? The world's here to be enjoyed, not to make you depressed. That's what work does, Harold. It makes you feel depressed.
So, instead of being in that state of depression, why don't we cut out, okay?
Swing it.
No. No, I'm sorry, Phil, I can't. No, I made it a plan for the day. Uh-huh. Okay. Bye-bye. Who was that? Oh, Phil. He wanted me to go to the beach with him today.
Well, why don't you go?
I can't. I have a date with Jerry.
I don't see how you can prefer Jerry to Phil when Phil is such a nice boy.
I like Jerry. Phil just isn't my type.
You're fascinated by Jerry because he's different. He isn't like any of the boys you know.
Oh, Mother, Jerry's fun. He's exciting. We go places I never dreamed of before.
Oh, you're right at the age when you could make a terrible mistake.
And do you think Jerry would be a mistake?
Yes, I do. Jerry has no education. He'll never be able to make a living.
Oh, Mother.
If you try to build a life with him, you'll be miserable.
And really, Mother, you're way ahead of me. I just have fun with Jerry, that's all.
Oh, hey, that fleshy Angela was really busy talking to her worried mother about that slacker Jerry and his friend Harold before they drove off, had fun, and went to the carnival. What do you think?
Yeah.
I know, it's a bit... Oh, hey, you're back. So far, we have lots of lounge lizard-inspired dance routines, a few creepy carny animatronic critters, and a drunken dancer who's having boss troubles. Oh, and that black cat. I guess they plopped the black cat in to represent a bad omen or something in this film.
Meow.
What? I'm not saying it's the cat's fault, but it is pretty coincidental.
Meow.
Fine. The black cat is a good kitty with nothing to do with the impending doom.
Meow.
What? I had something in my eye, nothing. Anyway, we have our strange film. Now it's time for strange Thanksgiving traditions. Okay, settle down. Now, I've had a few Thanksgiving specials, and I've pretty much spanked the strange out of the turkey, but not everything. Okay, so they're not all traditions, but they all do occur in Thanksgiving. The first one is the easiest, and that's strange Turkey Day food. Now, I did cover scary Thanksgiving food in one of my recent Thanksgiving specials, but just in case you missed it, I have the link right down here so you can watch the show later. Anyway, our first strange Thanksgiving food, orange creamsicle jello, because you can never have enough weird jello-infused goodness. Cheese balls. Who knew cheese had such big What? I was just saying. Strawberry tapioca salad. Strawberry pretzel salad. I have no words. Jeez, what do fleshies have against strawberries? I know, right? Creamy roasted parsnip puree.
No.
Eat that? I can't. I don't know. Boiled peas.
Bruh.
Actually, boiled any vegetable, because boiling is where all vegetables go to die. Orange pineapple fluff salad.
No!
Really, anything topped with marshmallows, and don't get me started on sweet potato and marshmallow bake.
God,
blah,
please,
blah,
no,
blah.
no.
Creamy green bean casserole. And this is my favorite vegetable dish to hate. With 10,000 grams of salt and that plastic-lined canned food taste, who could resist this terrible treat? Me! Frog-eyed salad. Hey, you make this stuff, not me. Oh, and your favorite fleshy food to despise? Jell-O meat salad. Ah, the gift that keeps on giving. And I'll end it with something, well, worse than cold meat suspended in gelatin. And I bet you didn't think there was something worse than wiggly, gelatinous, cold meat suspended in Jell-O. Ham and banana casserole.
Oh my God!
Hey, winner, turkey dinner. Are you okay, Skelly Cat? Okay, I think Sally has done enough damage. I'll see you at the next break. Deep breaths, everyone, deep breaths. It's gonna be okay. Oh, Skelly Cat, do you need a barf bag? Skelly Cat.
Does he always have to honk that horn and drive like a maniac?
All the boys do, Mother. That's the way they are.
Yeah, if things that bad, you gotta wash your own car.
Things are rough all over.
Yeah, the world's in a state of depression.
Angela, please don't go.
But I like Jerry so much.
Someday he's going to meet a girl that is just his type. And you'll be hurt.
I don't think so.
He doesn't even come to the door for you.
He wouldn't be Jerry if he did.
Angie, baby. How's college?
Fine. You should try it sometime.
No, thanks. The world's my college. Let's go. See you later, Madison.
Hey, Harold, let's go! Hey!
My first night on the floor was a real spectacle. And that's the last time I'll drink before a performance. The manager wanted to fire me, but he's a friend of mine, so he wouldn't fire me. I talked him out of it. But my wife did say, now she's really something, if I didn't stop drinking, she was going to leave me. Boy, I'm sure going to miss her. But you know, with my wife, there are two sides to every argument. My wife's and her mother's. You know, but they're really wonderful. Miss Marge Nielsen and Mr. Bill Ward. Let's have a big round of applause for them.
Marge, are you all right?
Just leave me alone, will you?
Okay, okay. Look, I warned you last night to lay off that stuff.
I know, I'm sorry.
I can't run a nightclub with a drunken star. Now, you take the next show off. And if you're not back in time for the third show and sober, you're fired.
Folks, the biggest bargain to hit the Midway. They'll thrill you. They'll chill you. You'll even ask for more. 20 beautiful girls, supple as a serpent, twisting, writhing, and winding. The most spectacular show ever to hit the Midway. The Garden of Eden, folks, and none of the trees have leaves. Adam and Eve never had it so good. Breathing, vibrating, and writing right here on our stage. See everything, folks. Only 50 cents. The biggest bargain to hit the Midway. It's not on film, folks. It's a living, breathing, vibrating show right here on our stage. You say that isn't enough. You say you want more. All right, after the show, we raffle off one of the girls. You may be the lucky winner. Yours will be the pleasure of a private show.
Welcome, my dear. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
You wish to have your fortune told?
Yes, please.
It is a thing one must be sure about. But it is a grave responsibility to learn one's future.
I'm willing to take the chance.
From the expression on your face, it would seem to me that you are searching for something.
I'm not sure what it is. I only know that something evil lies ahead for me.
Do you feel that your life might be in danger?
I only know that something will happen. I have to know what.
Then we must consult the gods.
I know. You know, Jerry and that Harold, they seem like pretty nice guys.
Meow, meow, meow.
Yeah, I know Jerry's gonna wind up with a job that ends with you want fries with that. But he's a likable slacker as slackers go.
Meh.
Oh, hey, you're back. So far we have carnies and carny rides, a carny monkey ticket taker, a carny barker, and lots of carny fun until we return to the nightclub where this sauce dancer is stumbling around to surfer-style lounge music. Well, she's not having a good day, and neither is that comedian. Well, I guess you could call him a comedian. He's just a poor filler stuck introducing the next lame dance act.
Meow, meow, meow.
Oh, and did you notice something about the fortune teller, Madame Estrella?
Your chair, Dr. Evil.
Thank you.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's it. The mole. And keep an eye on it. That darn mole moves around a lot.
Meow, 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 meow.
Well, maybe they needed a huge mole so it'll be seen on the big screen. I don't know. Anyway, I think the mole is just one more strange layer. And speaking of strange...
Are you sure? You don't understand.
So if the strange food and film haven't gotten to you yet, maybe the strange Turkey Day traditions will finish you off. National Thanksgiving Turkey Day Pardon. Well, since the 1940s, well, officially since 1989, U.S. presidents have been pardoning a turkey before Thanksgiving. In a televised ceremony, the president is presented with a live domestic turkey, which he pardons. The turkey is then sent to live out the rest of his days at Mount Vernon, the former estate of President George Washington, as opposed to ending up as someone else's dinner. Well, I guess the frozen turkey in the picture is there to remind the turkey to behave or else. Turkey bowling. Forget bowling balls and bowl with an oiled up frozen turkey using soda or water bottles as makeshift pins. This bizarre tradition started in 1988 at Lucky's grocery shop in Newport Beach. And the bowlers use the aisles as the alleys to bowl their frozen turkeys. Well, you know, with the price of food these days, I guess you could sell the dented cold turkey as a used tenderized turkey food.
Meow, meow, meow.
Just saying. Turducken. When the turkey isn't enough, try a turducken. A deboned chicken is stuffed into a deboned duck that is stuffed into a deboned turkey. Well, because I guess you can't have enough birds to stuff in your face.
Oh my.
The turkey toss. In Indianapolis, Indiana, people have started an annual tradition dressing their turkey in a baby onesie, dousing it with lighter fluid, attaching it to a long chain, lighting it on fire, and throwing it across the length of a football field. This tradition was basically started by a bunch of fleshy dudes who wanted to see a flaming turkey streak across the night sky, and now it's an annual thing. I don't know. Maybe you could donate those potential flaming turkeys to a food bank this year instead of turning them into flaming garbage.
Meow, 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 meow.
What? I'm just being honest. Okay, I'll finish the list in the next break. Let's get back to the film.
Meow, 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 meow.
I understand.
The cards will tell us if we are in danger.
What did you see? I'll look for myself. It's the death card, isn't it?
Yes.
I knew it. I knew it.
No! Not that way!
That's going to...
Never mind, folks. Just forget it. Just one of the many attractions we have going through here at all times.
What's wrong with her? Well, whatever she's running from must be in there.
Hey, come on. Let's go in there and get spooked, okay?
Yeah, Jerry, come on, let's get our fortunes told.
Oh, I can find a lot better ways to spend my money, huh?
Come on, come on. Don't tell me your feet are starting to freeze.
I'll try anything once. Come on.
Ooh, it's dark in here. Hey, look, Jerry, a crystal ball.
Yeah, how about that? Hey, let's have a seat, huh?
You wish your fortunes told?
What do you think we came here for, to eat?
I'd like my fortune read. Cross my palm with silver.
Okay, how much?
50 cents. Thank you. Give me your palm, please. You are a very fortunate young lady. You are going to be lucky in love. I see only one husband for you. These days, that is a remarkable thing, huh? You are going to be rich if you are not already so. I see that your mother will not approve of the man you pick for a husband.
Okay, when are you going to use the fishbowl?
I use both the crystal and the palm for my readings. The crystal shows the immediate future. The palm shows the indication of one's entire life. The use of the crystal is very dangerous.
Well, why do you say that?
Sometimes the crystal sees things that it is better we do not know. What do you see? I see much unhappiness for you in the near future. Someone who is near to you is going to die.
Oh, come on now.
The crystal does not lie. What the crystal sees, it reveals. I see someone. Yes, it is you. By water. Now, I see a man. I can no longer see you. Now, the man moves. Yes. You are lying on the ground. By water. I can no longer see anything else.
Well, now that you read her fortune, why don't you tell me mine?
There is nothing I can tell you.
Why can't you read mine?
There are some who cannot be read. Their life is but a shadow on a crystal. You are such a person.
Come on now, tell me mine, will you?
I cannot tell you anything else now.
I think you clouded up her crystal ball.
Clouds affect only the cloudy, never the image.
Why don't you come back some other time, Jerry, eh?
Sure, I'll come back again. You can bet on that.
I will charge you only for the young lady.
You bet you will. Which is the way out of here?
That way.
Come on.
Boy, I don't want to get lost in this place.
All right, folks, step up and see our show. We have girls, girls, and girls. Come on, step right up here and see our show.
Okay, now that you've had your fortune told, what do you say we go over there and go inside and look at the girls,
Help
huh?
and enjoy yourself. Step inside.
Oh, I'd rather not, Jerry. Why don't we go to the fun house instead?
Oh, come on, Angel. Let's just stick around a little while, huh?
Yeah, that's a good idea, Auntie.
All right. Just for a few minutes. Ortega! Tell my sister, Carmelita, that the time is coming, huh?
Della, step forward and give the folks a little sample. That's enough. Don't do too much. Pat, how about a little from you? That's it. Take it easy. We have 20 beautiful girls and only 10 beautiful costumes. And now, folks, I want to give you a glimpse of our star, that exotic gypsy dancer, Carmelita. Yes, sir, folks, this is Carmelita, the one and only. Just look at those dark, dreamy eyes, those lips, and that body. What a body. It's covered out here, but on the inside, you will see that body in action, doing her original exotic dance as only she can do it. Don't miss her. Come inside and see the one and only woman of mystery. Yes, sir, folks, that's just a glimpse of our big attractions we have on the inside. We have 20 beautiful big acts in one continuous show. Now step right up, get your tickets, and enjoy yourself.
Come on, Jerry, let's go.
No, I think I'd like to go inside and see the show, Angel.
Well, I don't.
Look, I thought we agreed that what I say goes.
It's not that, Jerry. It's just that I didn't like the way you were staring at that Carmelita.
Come on, let's go inside. It'll be fun.
No.
No, what do you mean, no?
If you go in without me.
What are you trying to do? Force me to make a decision between you and that girly show?
It's not the show you're interested in. It's that stripper.
Look, I'm going to go in there with or without you, so make up your mind.
Okay, go without me.
You gonna let it go? I don't like anybody telling me what I have to do. Harold, why don't you be a buddy and take the car and see that she gets home, okay? She'll call up tomorrow.
Okay, Jerry. That suits me fine. See you later.
Well, poor Marge Nelson. She had bad news at the fortune teller's hut and nearly had her arms ripped off by some strange creature in a cage. Well, I think finding that cage may make that bad card reading the least of her worries. Think about it. Meanwhile, Jerry is making eyes with an erotic dancer, Carmelita. Angela storms off, and Madame Estrella still has a mole. And still no signs of a plot. And where are the zombies? You know, we're nearly halfway into the film, and all we have are zombie arms. But we do see another black cat.
Meow.
Fine. You know, this movie wouldn't be called Strange if it wasn't Skelly Cat. Anyway, back to the strange Thanksgiving traditions. The following traditions are no longer celebrated these days, but I'm adding them since they're, well, strange. Thanksgiving masking. In the 19th century, masking was a Halloween-like tradition where adults and kids would dress up on Thanksgiving. Now, most people, well, they would wear masks, but others, they would get a little more creative. They would dress up as famous people or even politicians. Well, these handmade costumes were a little scary to behold, and the tradition eventually devolved down to Ragamuffin Day. And speaking of Ragamuffin Day, during the early 20th century, children dressed in rags on Thanksgiving and went door to door asking, "Anything for Thanksgiving?" Well, sometimes they were rewarded with a candy or a penny or maybe an apple. I would have asked for a spare fleshie or two.
Yeah.
What? Spoil sport. Thanksgiving Dungeness crab. The usual Thanksgiving feast of turkey and stuffing in San Francisco, California, is substituted for a locally sourced Dungeness crab. People eat it steamed, boiled, and even microwaved. Seriously, these guys really love their crab.
Yeah.
You know, I could dig a crabby Thanksgiving.
Hello, I like money.
North Tex Pie Throwing Event. At North Technical High School in Missouri, they host an annual event where fleshies throw pies into the faces of their administrators. Skelecat, we could start a new national tradition. We could throw pies in the faces of politicians instead of administrators.
Meow.
Yeah, it's just a thought. Dancing turkeys. I know, you're sitting there wondering, why would you dance with a cold raw turkey before eating it? Well, some fleshies admit they name and dance with an uncooked turkey before stuffing and cooking it. And I'm sure the Seminole appreciated a good jig too.
Is this the turkey dance?
Thanking turkeys. Now this is a new one even for me, and I still don't believe it. But some fleshies say thank you to the turkey before eating it. Why? Well, I guess because the turkey is so thankful it's dead and you're eating it. And I'm saving the weirdest Thanksgiving tradition for last. Pretending the holiday is American. Oh, well, I hate to burst your bubble out there, but the U.S. is not the only one, nor is it the first country to celebrate Thanksgiving. This all-American holiday is not all-American. In fact, Thanksgiving was first celebrated in Canada 43 years before it was celebrated in the States.
Hey, neighbor. Oh, hi, America. Something smells good. That's probably the turkey. Turkey? Bit early, don't you think? Not really. It's Thanksgiving weekend. Nice try, neighbor. Thanksgiving's not until November. In Canada, it's in October. Really? Really? Huh. Canadian Thanksgiving. We just call it Thanksgiving. Then when's Canadian Halloween? October 31st, same as you guys. So your Christmas is in November. Weird. No, it's... When do you guys celebrate New Year's? What? January 1st, same as you. Man, I never understood the metric system. It's not the... Is your Thanksgiving dinner provided to you by the government? You know, as part of your universal health care? No. So it doesn't cover everything. Listen, Thanksgiving in Canada is just like Thanksgiving in the United States. It's a time for friends and family to get together and eat some food and be thankful for all the good stuff. Huh. You don't say. We have plenty. Do you want to come over? That's mighty neighborly of you. Don't mind if I do. So y'all have candied yams with marshmallows as well? No, that's gross. Sorry. Fair enough.
And Canadian Thanksgiving has some unique origins that separate it from the American holiday. Canada's holiday was initially created to express thanks for the explorers' safe voyages into the New World. The first Canadian Thanksgiving was reportedly hosted in 1578 by English explorer Martin Frobisher in what is now Newfoundland. At the time, Frobisher and his expedition attempted to travel through the Northwest Passage safely. The celebration marked their safe arrival to the New World. That first celebratory meal consisted of a simple but delicious combination of salty beef and mushy peas.
Hey, P, remember the good old days on the farm? Remember your pod? And all the little peas that you grew up with? Don't you miss them? Right, next. Hey, P, remember the good old... Nobody makes peas mushy like bachelors.
Oh, and guess what? The Canadian Thanksgiving will be the focus of a 2023 Sally special, so stay tuned!
The Canadian Fact Ministry presents It's a Canadian Fact.
Did you know that Canadians celebrate Thanksgiving at the beginning of October, and yet Americans celebrate their Thanksgiving at the end of November? That means we must have invented it, because we celebrate it first. Did you? It's a fact.
It's a Canadian Fact. Brought to you by CanFax, your Canadian Fact Ministry.
All right, that's enough of that. Let's get back to the movie, and I'll see you in the next break.
Hey, Stella.
about a date tomorrow?
Okay, should be fun.
How does 7 o'clock sound?
Great, where are we going?
Oh, I thought we could spend a quiet little evening at your place. I could bring up a couple of steaks and you could broil them.
That's your idea of a big evening? I should slave over a hot stove cooking dinner for you.
Why not?
Who's going to wash the dishes?
Oh, I'll wash the dishes.
It only when I kiss someone that's not you.
Now we give you our exotic, beautiful gypsy dancer, Carmelita.
I'll bring you joy. I'm your boy. I'm the Pied Piper of love. Follow me, whoa, follow me to the land of the velvet glow. Everything's soft, everything's sweet. I'm the Pied Piper of love. I'll bring you to the rainbow's end, and this I'll guarantee. There's a boy for every girl. And co-star follow me, whoa, follow me to the cove of the lovely dove. You'll see your dreams are moving free. I'm the Pied Piper of love. Follow me, whoa,
starting to probably get some real fast actors before the show.
Carmelita?
I am here.
The note said you wanted to see me.
Yes. Follow me.
Wow, that was a lot of dancing and feathers. What do you think? Yeah. I know. I don't know how they did that. Oh, hey, you're back. Oh, and one more fun fact. Some boas are made of turkey feathers, so that's a neat little tie-in to this groovy, strange film at Thanksgiving. Yeah, I know, it's a stretch, but it was worth noting. Anyway, Cash Flagg, the shiftless fleshy, well, he falls for Carmelita, and she lures Jerry back to her dressing room. At least we assume it's her dressing room. I guess we'll find out soon. So we have lots of dancing fleshies and no signs of a zombie whatsoever. I mean, maybe I missed them, or maybe they're hiding somewhere under a nightclub table. Who knows? You know, I think I could buy this more as a zombie musical if I actually saw a few dancing zombies. Oh, wait! Stop that! Well, aside from me, and I don't count. Anyway, maybe we'll see the zombies pop up out of the woodwork soon. And they will be strange, mixed up zombies, and I'll be happy. Anyway, I'm going to continue to watch and see if I spot any zombies. Let's get back to the film, and I'll see you in the next break. Did you see any zombies yet?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Jerry, you feel yourself slipping into a deeper sleep. It is as if you were in your own bed, surrounded by warm covers. Nothing will bother you. Nothing will waken you. You will hear only my voice. See only that which I choose to show you. Open your eyes, Jack. Look at the wheel. Look at the beautiful spinning wheel. See how it spins. See how the light travels from the wheel to the center, the edges, and back again. It is a deep spinning hole. You feel yourself falling into that hole. Deeper, deeper, deeper into the spinning hole. You will hear my command and obey. Obey. When you awake tomorrow morning, you will have no knowledge of the fact that you were. You will do only that which I have commanded you to do.
I don't have to do this for a living, you know. See, my father and mother have an iron and steel company. You've heard it before?
No, go ahead.
My mother irons and my father steels. Now the hungry mouth takes great pride and pleasure in introducing a young new singer. Let's have a big hand for Mr. Don Snyder.
How do I stand with your heart? Tell me, please, so I can know. I'm walking blind through this wonderland just because I love you so. I have to know how you feel. I can't keep living like this. My heart's aflame and I can't really tell the meaning in your tender kiss. Tell me, darling, speak straight from your heart. If you love me, a beautiful romance will start.
What's wrong, Marge? That fight you had with the manager still getting you down?
Oh, it's not that. It's something that happened on the Midway tonight.
What do you mean?
Tell me, my darling, how you really feel.
We're on. I'll tell you after the show.
How do I stand with your heart?
Thank you very much. And now we take pride in presenting our main attraction, the very talented Miss Marge Nielsen and Mr. Bill Ward. Let's have a big round of applause for them.
Skelly Cat, did you see that?
Yeah.
I don't know what's more bizarre, the dream sequence or that weird hypno spinny thingy. What do you think?
No.
I don't know. Oh, hey, you're back. And, well, I don't know where I should start with this one. Oh, yeah. Where are the zombies? I mean, come on. 50 minutes into an 80-minute movie, and so far we have zombie arms and a hypnotized fleshy? Well, which could be traditionally considered a zombie, but I don't count him. Even if it is based on traditional voodoo folklore. I don't see anyone moaning and groaning, trying to grab a quick zombie snack. Hug. Zombies like to hug.
Meow.
Quiet, you. Anyway, Madame Estrella hypnotizes Jerry into committing horrific murders of mediocre nightclub performers near the carnival. Because why not? Jerry is now a bizarre hypno-zombie hitman. And the dream sequence? What in the world was that? I mean, you had red and green faced fleshies prancing around in Jerry's head, taunting him and dancing. And well, still no dancing zombies! You know, this is supposed to be a monster musical, so where are the prancing zombies? Stop that! I give up. Let's go back to the film. I'll see you in the next clip.
Hey, it's about time you got up.
Boy, I had a restless night last night.
I know. I heard you talking to yourself last night while you were sleeping.
No, it was just about the craziest dream I've ever had.
It must have been about that crazy chick, Carmelita. Come on, Jerry. Tell me. What happened last night?
I don't know. I just can't seem to quite figure out exactly what did happen. But, you know, I don't even remember coming home last night.
Sometimes, when I got a low down, I can't remember things like that either.
No, I wasn't drinking.
Oh, sure.
Say, how about you and Angela? Everything okay?
She made me take her right home. It is her kiss.
Thanks. Was she mad?
Not as mad as her mother.
Who cares about her mother?
I don't know. I kind of like her myself.
Maybe so. Look, I've got to go.
I'll go with you. I won't be able to get this piece of junk running anyhow.
You stay here. Lolita.
Say, Madison, where's Angie? She's over there by the pool. Thanks.
So you finally decided to drop by.
Angie, I'd like to explain about last night.
It's okay, I understand.
Well, I can tell by your voice you're still mad at me.
Why shouldn't I be after the way you acted?
You know, I'm a little confused about that, too.
I can't understand what you saw in her.
Look, can't we change the subject?
All right. But I sure would like to know what happened after I left.
God's grind very fine, all hope for them is gone. It's a jig a hanging high, oh come the cold grey.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special announcement. Police are still searching for the bizarre murderer of Marge Nielsen, exotic dancer at the Hungry Mouth Nightclub. Miss Nielsen was stabbed to death last night during the performance of her act. Her partner, Bill Ward, was fatally wounded while trying to apprehend the murderer. Police have no description of the killers, but they are at present checking all transients in the area. Keep tuned to this station for further developments. We now return you to our musical program.
The show, one thin dime, one thin tenth of a dollar will get you in to see some of the most exotic-looking ladies on the Midway. Step right over there to the ticket. One thin dime, that's all it costs.
This time it's Miss Carol Kay and the girls of the Midway joining forces to bring you song and dance. Shook on a shake.
When I come home and it's after 12, Mama's waking up to give me well. She gets her shook out of shake. Shook out of shake. She gets her shook out of shake. Doing the twist. She slips a twist and she does a twist. She gets her shook out of shake. Oh, then she says, little girl, where you been? You should have been home about 10:30. She gets her shook out of shake. Shook out of shake. She gets her shook out of shake. She slips a twist and she does a twist. She gets her shook out of shake. Her feet start to tremble and she shakes her fist. Her mama's walking up to do the twist. The room starts to quiver and the house starts to shake. Mama done twisted up in a quick. She says, little girl, you may as well know. You do as I say, or you can't go slow. She gets her shook out of shake. Shook out of shake. She gets her her shit gotta shake. She slips her twist, when she does a twist, she gets her shit gotta shake. Her feet start to tremble as she shakes her fist. Her mama's winding up to do the twist. The room starts to quiver and the house starts to shake. Mama's done twisted up in a tray. And if you send a little arrow, you never know. You'll do as I say, or you'll go slow. She gets her shit gotta shake. She gets her shit gotta shake. She flips her twist, but when she does her twist, she gets her shit gotta shake. She flips her twist, but when she does her twist, she gets her shit gotta shake.
Oh, poor Jerry. He's sort of a zombie now. Well, yeah, I know. Oh, welcome back. I mean, I guess you could call Jerry our first zombie, but not really. He's kind of back and forth from zombie to not a zombie, so I don't think he really counts. Anyway, Jerry is now a hypno hitman, triggered by whirling spiral wheels and spinning umbrellas, but still not a real zombie. I want to see drooling, mindless creatures. I want...
Yeah, meow, meow.
No, that's not me. I'm different. Now, in between all the stabbing and strangling, screaming and spinning spirals, we get a mix of semi-choreographed dance scenes. Well, that would make Fred Astaire do a facepalm. It's almost impressive until you realize the dance girls are supposed to chew gum to distract the viewers from the bad footwork. Really, it's a fun fact. By the way, it didn't work. We are now left with a traumatized Angela and a moping Jerry left to wander the streets to think about why there are no zombies in this film.
Meow, meow.
Yes, I am impartial. Every now and again, if I see a movie that has the word zombie in the title, it would be nice if it had zombies. And that Jerry doesn't count. He's just a hypnotized, brainwashed fleshy. So we are now 60 minutes into an 80-minute film, and I'm not saying it. And no, we're not done with the weird Thanksgiving holidays.
Meow, meow, meow.
No. Okay, you're right, Skellycat. I forgot the most important and strangest Thanksgiving tradition of all, and that's Black Friday. That's right. It's a day when fleshies gorge on turkey victuals and stand in line for hours in the cold and rain, only to kill each other over 3 available TVs it's at a great price that only winds up breaking just past the warranty. But boy, that deal was sure worth it.
Meow, 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 meow.
No, I'm not making this up. No, really, check this out. I rest my case. Well, let's get back to what's left of this film, and I'll see you in the next break. I told you it was really, really strange. No, the Black Friday, too.
You? Hello? If you're looking for my sister Carmelita, she's not here.
I was looking for Carmelita. I was looking for you.
Why?
Have you seen this?
What about it?
She was in your tent last night.
Was she? I don't remember.
I wouldn't have remembered either if it wasn't for the way she looked when she left. She seemed terrified.
Did she?
Yes. Funny how things happen. Here today, gone tomorrow. Just out of curiosity, What did you predict the future held for her?
Nothing. Because she wasn't here last night.
If I didn't know you better, I'd almost say you had something to hide. Well, I've got to get home. I've got a date.
And now we give you the girl with the golden voice, Miss Terry Randall.
I need you, baby, the whole night through. Choo-choo-choo-choo, your lips are as sweet as cherry wine. Choo-choo-choo-choo, I gotta have you, baby, all the time. Choo-choo-choo-choo, kisses drive me wild, Choo-choo, I am weaker than a little child. Choo-choo-choo, you thrill me with the slightest touch. Choo-choo-choo, I love you, baby, oh so much. Choo-choo, kisses drive me wild, Choo-choo, I am weaker than a little child. Choo-choo, you thrill me with the slightest touch. Choo-choo, I love you, baby, so much.
Jerry, what are you doing here?
I've come for a few answers. I'm not sure what happened last night behind these curtains, but I think you know.
Do I?
Seems like I've been having a nightmare. After this afternoon with Angela, I'm beginning to believe it.
Have you been drinking?
No, I haven't been drinking. Everything's been kind of mixed up, but after hearing that news broadcast a little while ago, I'm beginning to think things are a little different.
Kind of things.
Look, last night I killed a girl, and I think you know why. So tell me, what happened last night behind those curtains?
Well, if you really must know what happened behind those curtains, why don't you go behind them?
Think I will.
I got here as soon as I could. I had to ride the bus. My car was out.
Hell, we've just got to find him and help him.
I still think you should call the police instead of trying to find him yourself.
But he's my roommate. I know the guy. I know he's not like that. Would you please give us a chance? Don't call the police, okay?
You're right, Mother, but let's wait a little while, shall we?
Hell, on the phone this afternoon, you told me that he was upset. Upset about what?
Well, I thought he was upset about last night. I didn't realize she was on the verge of going psycho.
You know, he acted as if he was going out of his mind. Sort of dazed.
If he's in a daze and wandering around the streets, we've got to get to him before the police pick him up.
Do you have any idea where he might have gone?
Do you suppose he could have gone back to that carnival and that girl Carmelita you told me about?
That sounds like something he'd do.
We've got to get to him before the police pick him up. Please give us a chance.
All right, Angela. You can go, as long as Madison goes with you. But if you're not back in the next 2 hours, I'm going to call the police.
Okay, then, let's go.
Stella. Stella?
Welcome, my little pet. You have done so very well. This time I think that you ought to get your reward. Ortega, bring me the acid. It is too bad that you remembered so much. Now you have left me very little choice. Take him back and put him with the rest of the little pets.
What, do you mean to tell me we get 3 zombies with about 10 minutes left in the film? In all fairness, they should have called this film The Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed Up Zombies 70 minutes into an 80-minute film. Oh, Skelly Cat, how many zombies did you count?
Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So far, we have 3 whole acid-burned zombies. And you know, this is why fleshies should not make zombies. They've ruined their faces. Well, actually, their faces probably would have rotted off in a few months, but that's not the point! You don't splash acid and make zombies. Well, that's just mean-spirited. You do it the old-fashioned way.
Meow, 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 meow.
That's right, by hugging them.
Meow.
What? No one ever said anything about biting. Anyway, you can't hypnotize a fleshie into a zombie, and you don't disfigure fleshies into zombies. That's just mean and cheating.
Meow, meow, meow.
What? No! I wasn't going to say anything, but sure. Possibly biting works, but those are vicious rumors spread by, I don't know, fleshies. Anyway, so what happened to Jerry? He was a hypno-hitman, well, I guess until he remembered too much and got zombie acid splashed into his face by Madame Estrella. By the way, this is the same zombie acid used on the drunken victim we see at the film's beginning. And all this makes the incredibly strange film the first incredibly strange, acid-splashing, hypnotizing zombie carny musical.
Meow, 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 meow.
I know, no dancing zombies. Let's get back to the end of the incredibly strange creatures who stopped living and became mixed up zombies. Why do you keep... Who's showing that clip? I found it first. question. Why did the police officer shoot Jerry when he was on top of the cliff? Was it because the officer didn't feel like climbing up to get Jerry? Well, I don't get it. But yay, we did get to see a few zombies and then they died. But they didn't die right. All 4 of them plus Jerry. Well, okay, Jerry is an ish zombie, so we say we had 4.5 zombies in this film. Well, you know what? As a zombie, I do get excited when I see my fellow zombies preparing for the zombie apocalypse. It's kind of like a zombie pride thing. And, well, I don't have any zombie pride in this film. The zombies were, well, they were shot in the back and dropped like zombie flies. And what happened to chasing fleshies and eating the brain? Sorry, that's a bad habit I need to break. And all 4 zombies were killed after a strangle fest. Poor things. They didn't even get a chance to eat the fleshies. And what a waste of good fleshy food. Anyway, shh. Well, the film does live up to its name, except for the zombie part. It was incredibly strange. So, takeaway lessons. The zombies were just brainwashed fleshies, and no one got mixed up. The extra long, silly title makes it sound like the film's a parody when it really isn't. 4 zombies and 1 Jerry do not make an apocalypse. Remember, fleshies, if a fortune teller hits on you, say yes. Fleshy-made zombies are not as good as zombie-made zombies. If you're going to tout your film as the first monster musical, at least have a few dancing zombies. Stop that! Mole. Oh, if you stay away from hallucinogenic hypnovision spinning spirals and spinning umbrellas, you should be okay. And stay away from fortune tellers with gigantic moles. Anyway, class is over and it's time for all of you to leave. Until next time, this is Sally the Zombie Cheerleader and her School of Horror. Bye! Oh, and happy strange Thanksgiving. And don't forget to turn in your test papers before you leave. Bye!
Mole. Oh, shut up! Molly, 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 Molly.
Just get it out of your system.
No, I'm fine.
I insist. We
Yeah,
can
it's
work
okay,
together
it's all
better
good,
if you
don't
just
worry.
got out.
Mole! Bloody mole! We're not supposed to talk about the bloody mole, but there's a bloody mole winking me in the face. I'm gonna chop it off and cut it up and make some guacamole.
Better?
Yeah.